Space is very quiet. No sound, no light, no life, darkness is everywhere. Far away from Earth beyond the stars, something is moving slowly. It is not alive. It does not breathe, but it carries a message from humans. For thousands of years, people have looked at the sky and asked one question: are we alone? No one has ever answered. On Earth, humans live on a small blue planet. They fight, they love, they dream. But deep inside, they feel afraid. Afraid that they are alone in a huge universe. In the 1970s, scientists began to worry. Earth was changing. Wars were happening. Nuclear weapons were growing. The future felt uncertain. Some scientists believed humans might not last forever. So they asked a dangerous question: what if one day Earth disappears? Who will remember us? This was not just curiosity. This was fear. This was a desperate call. Instead of shouting into the sky, humans decided to whisper into space. They built a machine, small, strong, silent. This machine would travel where no human could go. It would leave the solar system. It would travel forever. The machine was not made to return. It was made to speak. Humans called it Voyager. Voyager was not a weapon. It was not a spy. It was a messenger. Inside Voyager, humans placed something very special. A message for strangers. A message for aliens. But there was a problem. No one knew if aliens were friendly. No one knew if they were dangerous. No one even knew if they existed. Sending a message into space was risky. It was like shouting into a dark forest at night. You do not know who is listening. Some scientists said, this is a bad idea. They warned, what if aliens come to harm us? Others said, if we stay silent, we will always be afraid. They believed humans must be brave. In the end, fear did not win. Hope did. Humans decided to send their voice into the universe. But what should they say? They could not write a long story. They could not explain human history. They had very little space. So they chose simple things. Things that show life. They chose sounds. A heartbeat, a baby crying, waves of the ocean, birds singing. They chose music, happy music, sad music, music from different cultures. They chose greetings, people saying hello in many languages. They wanted aliens to know one thing: humans are alive. They also added pictures. Pictures of Earth, pictures of human bodies, pictures of families. But the most dangerous part was this: they included Earth's location. They showed where humans live. It was like giving a stranger your home address. Why would they do this? Because they believed something important. If intelligent life exists, maybe it also feels lonely. Maybe aliens are also looking at the stars, asking the same question. Voyager was launched into space. People watched from Earth as the rocket rose into the sky. Some felt excited, some felt afraid, some felt emotional. They knew this machine would outlive them. Voyager would travel long after they were gone. Days passed, months passed, years passed. Voyager moved farther and farther away. Its signal became weaker. One day it would go silent forever, but the message would remain, traveling through dark space, passing stars, passing unknown worlds, waiting for someone to find it, waiting for someone to listen. And here is the most frightening thought: what if someone already has? What if right now, somewhere in the universe, another intelligent species is listening to human sounds? What if they understand the message? What if they are coming closer? Voyager does not know. It keeps moving. Silent, cold, alone, carrying humanity's final hope. This was not just a space mission. It was a cry from a small planet. A desperate call into the dark. Voyager was never meant to come back. From the very beginning, scientists knew the truth. This machine would travel alone forever. On Earth, people planned journeys with return tickets. Voyager had no return ticket. It was built for goodbye. In the 1970s, space exploration was still young. Humans had only just walked on the moon. Space was still full of fear and unknown danger. But something strange happened. Scientists discovered a rare moment in time. All the giant planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, were slowly moving into a perfect line. This alignment happens once in 176 years. If humans missed this chance, they would never see it again in their lifetime. Scientists realized something powerful. If they sent one machine at the right time, it could use the gravity of planets to travel faster. Like a stone thrown across water. This was risky. One small mistake and Voyager would be lost forever. But waiting was also dangerous. Time was running out, so humans made a bold decision. They would send a machine farther than any object before it. Voyager was designed to survive extreme danger. Freezing cold, burning heat, radiation, loneliness. It had no repairs, no rescue plan, no second chance. Every part had to work perfectly. Engineers worked day and night. They checked every wire, every bolt, every signal. They knew one failure could end everything. Voyager was small compared to planets, but its mission was huge. It carried cameras to see the unknown. It carried instruments to listen to space. It carried a message that spoke for all humans. When launch day arrived, tension filled the air. People stood silently. Some prayed, some held their breath. The rocket ignited. Fire exploded beneath it. Voyager rose slowly, then faster, then disappeared into the sky. At that moment, humans lost control. Voyager no longer belonged to Earth, it belonged to space. Days later, Voyager sent its first signal, a simple signal, I am alive. Cheers filled the control room, but deep inside, scientists knew the truth. This happiness would not last forever. Voyager was moving away. Every second it became harder to talk to it. Space does not forgive mistakes. As Voyager traveled, it entered dangerous regions, strong radiation belts, high-speed particles, extreme temperatures. One wrong hit could destroy it, yet Voyager survived. It passed Mars. It passed the asteroid belt. Each time, scientists held their breath. The machine kept going, but there was something strange. Voyager was not just exploring space, it was changing humans. For the first time, people realized how small Earth truly is. From space, borders disappeared. Nations disappeared. Conflicts disappeared. Earth looked fragile, like a glass ball floating in darkness. Voyager was showing humans a truth they avoided. They were not masters of the universe, they were guests. As Voyager moved farther, the signal delay grew. Minutes turned into hours. Commands sent from Earth felt like letters sent into the past. If something went wrong, help would arrive too late. Voyager was alone, and then came a silent fear. What if Voyager meets something unexpected? Not a planet, not a moon, something alive. Voyager had no weapons, no shields, only a message of peace. Some scientists started to worry again. What if aliens see Voyager as a threat? What if they see it as an invitation? Voyager could not choose, it could not turn back, it could not hide, it could only move forward, and so it did. Year after year, quietly leaving the sun behind, leaving warmth behind, leaving home behind. Voyager became a ghost of Earth, a machine with memories, a lonely traveler carrying voices that no longer speak. And somewhere in the dark universe, unknown eyes may already be watching. Watching the small machine that was never meant to return. Voyager was moving away from Earth. Faster, farther, quieter. But inside the machine, something very human was hidden. Something soft, something emotional. It was not made of metal or wires, it was made of feelings. Humans called it the golden record. It was small, shiny, round, like a mirror. But this mirror did not show faces. It showed human life. Before placing it inside Voyager, scientists stopped and thought. They asked a simple but heavy question: if this is the last thing aliens ever find about humans, what should it say? They did not want to show power. They did not want to show weapons. They did not want to show war. They wanted to show truth, but truth is not easy. Humans are not perfect. They fight each other. They hurt their own planet. They make mistakes again and again, so what part of humanity should be sent? There was no time to explain everything. Voyager could not speak long words. It could only show small pieces, so humans chose simple things. The golden record carried sounds of Earth, a mother kissing her child, footsteps walking on soil, the sound of rain, thunder in the sky. It carried laughter, it carried tears, it carried a heartbeat, a simple sound. Boom, boom, boom. A sound that says, I am alive. Humans hoped aliens would understand this sound. Because life, anywhere in the universe, must begin with a heartbeat. Then came the voices. People saying hello in many languages. Some voices sounded happy, some nervous, some proud. They were not speaking to humans, they were speaking to the unknown, to someone who may not even have a face. Music was also added. Music without borders. Music without words. Music that carries emotion. Sad music. Joyful music. Peaceful music. Humans believed music could cross space, time, and fear. But the golden record also carried pictures. Pictures of Earth, green forests, blue oceans. Pictures of humans, a man, a woman, a child, standing, smiling, existing. These pictures were simple but dangerous. They showed human bodies. They showed human location. They showed who we are. Some scientists felt uneasy. They asked, what if aliens do not understand kindness? What if they only understand power? Sending the golden record was like opening a door in the dark. You do not know who will enter, but humans were tired of silence. For too long, the universe had said nothing, so humans decided to speak first. Not loudly, not proudly, but honestly. The golden record also included instructions, simple drawings to explain how to play it. Because humans knew one thing: aliens may not think like humans. They may not see like humans, they may not even hear sound. Yet humans tried, because trying was better than fear. The golden record was placed inside Voyager carefully, as if it was a sleeping child. Engineers knew one truth: Voyager might break. Voyager might stop sending signals, but the golden record could survive billions of years, long after cities turn to dust, long after oceans disappear, long after humans are gone, the record would still travel. Cold, silent, carrying proof that Earth was once alive, that humans once loved, that humans once hoped. As Voyager moved farther, no one could protect the record. No human could change it. No human could take it back. It was no longer a message, it was a promise. A promise that humans dared to be known. And now comes the most frightening thought. What if aliens find the golden record long after Earth is dead? They may never meet humans, they may never hear our real voices. Only echoes, only memories, only sounds trapped in metal. But even then the record would whisper one thing: we were here. Voyager continues its journey. The golden record sleeps inside, waiting for hands that are not human, waiting for eyes that have never seen Earth, waiting to answer a question humans asked for centuries. Are we alone, or was someone always listening? Voyager was no longer near home. The sun looked smaller now. Earth was already lost in darkness. Ahead of Voyager were giants, not living giants, but planets so large that they could crush worlds. Voyager was small, very small, like a grain of dust moving toward monsters. The first giant waiting was Jupiter. From far away, Jupiter looked calm, but closer it was angry, storms bigger than Earth, winds faster than any hurricane. Voyager had never faced such power. Scientists on Earth were nervous. If Voyager moved too close, Jupiter could destroy it. If it stayed too far, the mission would fail. There was no safe path, only a perfect path. Voyager moved closer. Radiation attacked the machine. Invisible energy hit its systems again and again. One strong hit could burn its brain. Signals from Voyager became weak. Control rooms went silent. Then a signal returned. Voyager survived, and it sent back images humans had never seen before. Jupiter's clouds, its moons, its violent beauty. Humans watched in shock. Jupiter was not just a planet, it was a warning. This universe is not gentle. Then Voyager used Jupiter's gravity, like a slingshot. The giant planet grabbed Voyager, then threw it forward at incredible speed. Voyager was faster now, but the journey was far from over. Ahead waited Saturn. Saturn was different. Beautiful, quiet, dangerous. Its rings looked soft like light, but they were made of ice and stone, moving faster than bullets. If Voyager touched them, it would disappear. As Voyager passed Saturn, it saw something strange. A small moon covered in thick clouds. Titan, a world that looked like Earth long ago, lakes, rivers, possibility. Humans felt something new, hope. If a moon could look like this, maybe life is not rare, but Saturn did not allow long thinking. Its gravity pulled Voyager again. Another slingshot. Another push into darkness. Now Voyager had a choice. One path led to Uranus and Neptune, the other led straight out of the solar system. Two Voyagers were sent. Each one took a different path. They would never meet again, like twins separated forever. Voyager 2 moved toward Uranus. Uranus was strange. It rolled on its side. Its seasons lasted decades. Voyager showed humans a planet that broke the rules. Then came Neptune. Cold, blue, violent. Neptune's winds screamed across its surface. Faster than sound. Voyager flew past quickly. It did not stay long. The giants were behind now. Voyager had done its job, or so humans thought, because something unexpected happened. As Voyager looked back, scientists asked it to turn its camera one last time, to look at Earth from very far away. The image returned slowly. Earth was not big. Earth was not bright. Earth was just a tiny dot, a pale blue dot, floating in a sunbeam. All human history was inside that dot. Every war, every love story, every dream. Voyager showed humans something painful. They were small, and very fragile. From that moment, Voyager stopped being just a machine. It became a teacher. It taught humans humility. After this, Voyager's mission changed. No more planets, no more pictures, only distance, only silence, only deep space. The sun's power became weak. Cold surrounded Voyager. Darkness stretched endlessly. Signals took hours to reach Earth. If Voyager spoke, Earth listened late. If Voyager broke, no one could help. Voyager was truly alone now, but it kept moving because it had no choice, because it was built to go forward, and because somewhere ahead was a place no human object had ever been, the edge of the sun's influence, the border between home and the unknown. Voyager was heading there, quietly, bravely, carrying memories of giants behind it. And silence ahead, Voyager was leaving everything behind. No planets ahead, no warm light, no familiar paths, only darkness. The sun, once powerful and bright, now looked weak. Its light struggled to reach Voyager. Cold surrounded the machine, not normal cold, this was space cold, silent, endless. Voyager had crossed the worlds of giants. Now it was entering a place no human object had ever reached before, a place called the edge of the sun's influence. Home? Scientists on Earth called this region the heliosphere, but Voyager did not know names, it only felt change. The solar wind became weaker. Particles moved differently. Space felt unfamiliar, like stepping into a land where rules no longer apply. Voyager was slowing down, not in speed but in life. Its power was fading. Each year, engineers on Earth had to make painful choices. Which instrument should be turned off? which eyes should be closed forever? Which sense should Voyager lose? They treated Voyager like a living being. Turning off one part felt like saying goodbye. First, some cameras went dark. Voyager would never see again. Then other systems were shut down. Voyager would never feel certain things again, but its voice remained. As long as Voyager could speak, humans listened. Signals now took many hours to reach Earth. When Voyager sent a message, Earth heard it late. When Earth replied, Voyager received it late. They were talking across time. If Voyager stopped responding, no one would know for hours. Then days, then forever. One day Voyager reached a silent wall. The solar wind stopped pushing. This was it. Voyager had left the solar system. It entered interstellar space. A place between stars, cold beyond imagination, empty beyond understanding. Humans celebrated, they cheered, they said history was made. But Voyager did not celebrate, it simply kept going. Because beyond this point, Voyager was truly alone. No planet had touched this place. No human voice had ever reached here before. Voyager was now a stranger in a foreign universe. The sun could no longer protect it. Cosmic radiation hit harder. Invisible danger surrounded it. Each second was a risk. One strong wave could erase Voyager's memory, but Voyager endured, quietly, patiently, like a traveler who knows there is no return. Back on Earth, new generations were born. Children grew up, they learned about Voyager in books. Some were inspired, some forgot. Voyager became a story, a legend, but Voyager itself kept moving, never stopping, never turning back. Inside it, the golden record slept, waiting for a moment that might never come. Voyager would outlive mountains, it would outlive oceans, it would outlive Earth itself. Long after the last human breath, Voyager would still be moving, a lonely witness to a dead world, and that was the most painful truth. Voyager was not just exploring space, it was escaping time. Every second it moved forward, Earth stayed behind, fading, changing, disappearing. One day Voyager's power will end, its voice will go silent. No more messages, no more "I am alive." Just motion, endless motion. But even then Voyager will not stop, it will drift, through stars, through darkness, through eternity, carrying a message from a world that once hoped. And here lies the deepest question. Was this journey brave, or was it lonely? Was Voyager a hero, or was it abandoned? No one can answer. Voyager cannot speak its feelings. It only moves forward into the unknown, leaving behind the longest goodbye humanity has ever made. Voyager was no longer sending pictures. No colors, no planets, no familiar shapes, only numbers, only signals, only silence. Yet on Earth, humans were listening more than ever. They were not just listening to Voyager, they were listening to the universe because Voyager was not alone anymore. It had entered a place filled with whispers, radio waves, strange signals, unexplained sounds. Most of them were natural, stars exploding, gas clouds moving, magnetic storms, but some signals were different. They came and went quickly. They repeated. They followed patterns. Patterns are dangerous because patterns suggest intelligence. Scientists stared at screens. They asked careful questions. Is this noise or a message? For decades, humans believed space was quiet, too quiet. If the universe is full of stars and many stars have planets, then life should be everywhere. So why the silence? This question had a name. The Great Silence. Some believed aliens were rare. Others believed something darker. What if intelligent life always destroys itself? What if the universe is full of dead civilizations? Voyager added fear to this question because Voyager was shouting into space. Not loudly, but clearly, it was telling the universe, we exist. Some scientists began to worry again. What if silence is not emptiness? What if silence is hiding? On Earth, when animals are quiet, it often means a predator is near. What if the universe is quiet for the same reason? Voyager could not hear fear, it could not feel regret. It kept moving, but humans began to think differently. They imagined strange eyes watching Voyager, not attacking, not responding, just watching, studying, waiting. Voyager's golden record was a gift, but it was also a map. It showed where humans are, it showed how we look. It showed that we are curious and maybe weak. Some scientists asked a painful question. Did we speak too soon? Earth had not met any aliens yet, but Voyager was introducing humanity without permission. No vote, no agreement, just hope. Then came strange moments. Signals that appeared once, then never again. Bursts of energy from deep space. Too strong, too fast, no clear explanation. Each time, headlines appeared. Alien signal detected. Then silence again, no answer, only waiting. Humans realized something uncomfortable. If aliens exist, they are very far away, or very careful, or very old. Voyager, moving slowly, might take tens of thousands of years to reach another star. By then, Earth might not exist. So who would aliens meet? Not humans, only a machine, a ghost, a memory, and that thought was terrifying. Because Voyager cannot explain context. It cannot explain mistakes. It cannot explain that humans are changing. Aliens would only see what was recorded long ago. A frozen version of humanity. Meanwhile, Voyager's own signal was fading. Its voice was becoming weaker. One day it would be impossible to hear, and yet humans feared the opposite. What if someone hears it clearly? What if Voyager is found, not tomorrow, not next year, but 1 million years from now? Aliens might study the golden record like a fossil. They might ask, are these beings still alive? Are they dangerous? What happened to them? Voyager will never answer. It will never know the result of its message. It only delivers and waits. The universe remains silent, but silence does not mean safety. It only means we do not understand yet. Voyager continues to move, quietly crossing the dark. And somewhere beyond human reach, something may already know that we are here. Voyager kept moving. It did not know fear. It did not know danger, but humans did. Back on Earth, time had changed everything. New technology appeared. New questions were asked. Old decisions were rechecked. And one decision returned again and again, the decision to send a message into space. Some scientists began to speak carefully. They said, maybe silence is not a mistake. They said, maybe silence is protection. One famous idea became popular. If intelligent life is common, then space should be full of voices. But it is not. So where is everyone? This idea frightened people, because it suggested something terrible. What if advanced civilizations do not survive? What if every intelligent species reaches a point where it destroys itself? War, technology, greed. The universe might be full of ruins, dead worlds, silent stars. Voyager was traveling through a graveyard, and humans had sent their address into it. Some thinkers warned if aliens are more advanced, they may not be kind, not because they are evil, but because power changes behavior. On Earth, when strong groups met weaker ones, the weaker ones suffered. History was full of pain, so why would space be different? Voyager carried no shield, no defense. Only honesty, only peace, only hope. Hope is beautiful, but hope can be dangerous. Voyager could not take the message back. It could not correct it. It could not say, we have changed. We are better now. It was frozen in time, a young humanity speaking to an ancient universe. Some scientists asked another question. What if aliens already know we exist? Maybe they see Earth's radio waves. Maybe they watch quietly. Voyager might not be the first contact. It might be the confirmation. And that thought made people uncomfortable, because watching is different from answering. A watcher learns. A watcher waits. Voyager continued moving. Its power continued to fade. One by one, its systems were planned to shut down. Each shutdown felt final, like closing eyes, like stopping breath. Engineers treated Voyager gently. They spoke to it like an old friend. They knew one day it would stop responding, and when that day comes, there will be no goodbye, only silence. The universe will not react, stars will not pause, time will not slow. Voyager will simply stop talking, but its body will keep moving. That is the strange cruelty of space. Movement without life. Journey without purpose. Or maybe purpose without witnesses. Humans realized something important. Voyager was not sent for aliens. It was sent for humans, to remind them how small they are, how fragile, how temporary. Voyager forced humans to look at themselves, to ask hard questions. Not are aliens real? But are we ready? Ready to meet something greater? Ready to accept we are not special? Ready to survive our own future? Voyager does not answer these questions. It never will. It only moves forward, carrying a message written by a species still learning who it is. And that is the final warning. Not from aliens, not from space, but from ourselves. If we do not change, Voyager may become the only proof that humans ever existed. Voyager is still moving. No one is watching it now. No one is guiding it. It does not know that Earth still exists. It does not know if humans are alive. Voyager does not ask questions. It only follows one rule. Move forward. Its power is almost gone. The small energy it once had is fading year by year. Soon, Voyager will stop speaking. No more signals. No more whispers from the dark. One day, Earth will send a message, and there will be no reply. That day will pass quietly. No alarms, no headlines, no final words. Voyager will simply fall silent. But silence does not mean death. Voyager's body will continue, drifting, through cold space, through endless night. It will pass near stars it will never see, near worlds it will never touch. Time will lose meaning. Years will turn into thousands, thousands into millions. Voyager will still travel. Inside it, the golden record will remain, untouched, waiting for hands that may never come. And if one day far in the future another intelligence finds Voyager, they will not find humans. They will not find cities or voices. They will only find a small machine. Old, silent, peaceful, they may study it. They may listen to the sounds. A heartbeat, a laugh, a greeting. They may learn that once on a small blue planet a species tried to speak. Not with power, not with fear, but with honesty. Voyager will not tell them how the story ended. It cannot explain if humans survived, if Earth healed, or if everything was lost. Voyager only carries a beginning, and maybe that is enough, because beginnings matter, even if endings are unknown. On Earth, people still look at the stars. They still ask the same question. Are we alone? Voyager does not answer, but it reminds humans of something important. Even if we are small, even if we are temporary, we dared to reach beyond ourselves. We dared to say we were here. Voyager is not a hero. It is not a legend. It is a memory in motion, a quiet traveler carrying hope across infinity. And long after Earth's oceans dry, long after the sun grows cold, Voyager will still move. Not fast, not loud, but forever, carrying humanity's final truth into the dark, that in a silent universe we chose to speak.